Hi, my name is Danny, and I am the creator of Skin Harmonics, the very first Medi-Holistic skin resurfacing method with an exclusive skincare line. And I'm pretty excited because today I have been scheming and scheming for almost a year, and I am coming out with a new moisturizer. And I already have four incredible moisturizers, and the reason I'm making another one, this one's very different, is that I want to give women choice and variety when it comes to barrier restoration. One of the biggest things that I bumped into years ago as I was discovering how important barrier restoration is for our skin is that the constant complaints of like, it's too oily, it's too greasy, it's too this, it's too that. And what I was able to figure out over time is that barrier restoration is necessary. There's just no way around it. Like, we have to have barrier restoration. We have to support our skin's natural acid mantle function. And if we don't do that, like, it's an end game. Like, it won't matter anything else you're doing for your skin. It really won't. Like, we have to pin this down. And so that started me really trying to figure out like how to make a moisturizer that wasn't too greasy, but yet still had that bit of residue, those rich lipids that would actually create a barrier on top of our skin, supporting our natural oil function and trap water in our skin. So there it was the puzzle for me. And I've gone on and I've made four moisturizers. And I'm getting ready to tell you guys about my fifth one. It is called Nomad. It is an animal-based moisturizer. Now, just keep an open mind, okay? I promise you, it's so lovely. So what I've done is I have whipped up Bison Tallow, field harvested, grass-fed, like happy bison tallow, and I've whipped it up with jojoba oil, which is technically a wax. It's very stabilizing. There's no scent to it. And I've chosen three very natural, very particular preservatives that specifically help with stabilizing oil. And this is the best part. I've added organic Bulgarian rose essential oil, and organic frankincense. And so I'm just so excited for you guys to try it. I love it. It's so interesting because it's whipped, so it's super soft. It feels like whipped cream, and it still has density that will trap water. And what is so special and unique and very specific about animal fats is that they have a special ability to meld into our skin because it's animal on animal oil. There's no conversion. Often nut oils create a barrier, and that's fantastic, but it doesn't meld as much as what tallow can do, an animal-based moisturizer. And tallow is the best animal lipid to be using, and you can source it from all different types of animals. So because of this tallow, it melds in with the top layer of our skin, and it creates this like really thin satiny finish that traps water in our skin. So I don't even know like how to tell you guys how amazing this moisturizer is. And again, like something to know about moisturizers is that moisturizers trap existing water in our skin. It's not going to insert water. So no one moisturizer is the end all. No one skincare product is going to do everything we need it to do. But when it comes to, a really high quality, 100% natural, mostly organic, moisturizer, Nomad is just incredible. And I say mostly organic because many of you probably already know this, but For a farm to become certified organic, it's extremely expensive. It's laborious with paperwork. There's a cost to maintain that is often just passed on to the consumer. So what I have done is I have vetted several different bison ranches across the U.S. and have visited and emailed extensively these places and have sourced, really, really like exceptional sources for bison. And, because a lot of organic farms for bovine, they're still pinned in. They're still subjected to a lot of what I would call torture that industrial farming, represents and does and every day does. So I specifically found several small bison farms, ranches, and that was really fun in and of itself. And I'm from the Navajo Reservation. Some of you may know that, but there was a lot of bison and there was a lot of sheep. So it was kind of a toss-up between those two animals. And something that I really appreciate about bison is that they need a lot of land to roam. Like, they need land. And so that's a really good feeling and imagery for me to think of these bison just like roaming. And they're also field harvested, so they're not, subjected to a lot of stress. And something interesting about bison is that they have substantially less fat than cow or bovine. So I've had to, the really good organic bison tallow is only available in low volumes. So I'll be making this in very, very small batches, depending on what exact ranch I can source this from. And Nomad, this moisturizer, this batch happened to come from Santa Fe, New Mexico, which is my old stomping ground. So that feels really good as well. And I just want to say, keep an open mind. I know that tallow can kind of have like a funky smell, and that's what the frankincense and the rose do a really really, really good job of harmonizing with. And the proof is kind of in the pudding, because it just works so well and it feels so lovely on my skin, and I can't wait for you guys to try it. And of course, the whole Skin Harmonic skincare line is vegan and vegetarian, but I'm making an exception for this Bison Tallow moisturizer. And a lot of that comes from the importance of fat solubility of really good lipids, no matter what they are. Like, the number one priority for me is that they're natural. And tallow is absolutely natural. And the vitamins A, D, E, and K, require A, D, and E, not K, but they require that we have fat to absorb them. So not only do they contain these vitamins, but including K, so Nomad includes K, but you have to have fat to absorb A, D, and E. So check it out. It has the same packaging as Truce and Trinity, so you can get it in a 4-ounce size and in a 1-ounce size. The idea being that you keep the 4-ounce size refrigerated, so it's super ultra fresh, and you refill the 1-ounce size. And that little 1 ounce is perfect for your purse, for your bathroom counter. I think you'll be really surprised with what small amounts of Nomad go a really long way for our skin. And as far as delivering dewy for our skin, it's always my constant goal, is how do we get our skin dewy? How do we get it hydrated? Of course, using my layering system, which is the hydrating mist, the nutritive and hydrating serum, and then sealing it in with a moisturizer. And Nomad just delivers that like nothing else. So, but they're all really good moisturizers, but now we have even more to choose from with Skin Harmonics. So anyways, I will see you guys next time, and order Nomad. I have to just say that something about the rose and the frankincense together in and of itself has always been one of my favorite essential oil combinations. And the fact that little bits of frankincense are not drying, and of course rose is incredibly moisturizing, and it's pricey, so I really splurged on this and put in just the right ratio so that the essential oils in Nomad are not too astringent and working us in the other direction. That might be the last detail I leave you guys with. I get so excited when I talk about this moisturizer, is that and most moisturizers have too much essential oils in them, and so they're completely reversing the action of lipids that are trapping water in our skin. So lavender, tea tree, clary sage, all of the citrus, like there's so many incorrectly chosen essential oils that go into a moisturizer. So all of my moisturizers have perfect essential oil blends and ratios that aren't going to work backwards for us. So, okay, so check out Nomad, and I'll see you guys.